The VCE year was, interestingly, one of the most fun years. So although it was a big challenge, it was a fun challenge as well.
I think it was definitely at first, like every year, harder. As you take a step up, it takes a little bit of time to adjust. And then I think when you adjust to what is expected of you, you sort of settle in and you figure out, and it becomes a lot more natural.
People often talk about year 11 and 12 being the vital years. I think it starts much earlier.
Every single one of my teachers, right from Lindsay and Kinder through to my year 12 teachers, were all encouraging.
Pretty much all through junior school and the start of high school, maybe years 7 to 10. Schoolwork wasn't really on my mind very much.
They've taken photos of me taking naps in class, like with a book over my head.
Year 11 started and I decided, because I loved science and I loved maths, that I'd just try 2, 3, 4 subjects.
There was this point in the year where I realised this is it. I have to actually start working, taking my work a bit more seriously, because this directly affects my future.
Well, I think I've learnt that maybe I perhaps underestimate myself a little bit, and that I do need, someone to tell me that, it's okay to actually try really hard.
If you really care about something and you're motivated towards sort of achieving that goal, then you do have to work hard for it. There's no shortcut.
VCE is as hard as you want it to be for yourself. It depends on how much work you want to put in and how much you want to get out of it, I guess.
For every person, studying or how they study is going to be different.
I think you just got to work out which subjects you feel you will do best in and that you love and you have passion for, and for me that was art.
One of my favourite subjects was philosophy, because it's one of those subjects where I feel that everything you learn, it is really valuable to life itself.
French was a completely different way of learning, which for me was important because it opened me up to other cultures.
The studying changed a lot as well, whereas in middle school it was kind of laid back. You didn't have to do all your homework, compared to in VCE where you actually did have to do all your homework in order to keep up.
One advice I would give to VCE students now would be to work consistently throughout the year and not cram everything right before exams.
And you really see that you're making progress and you see that your work is paying off. I think that's a really motivating thing.
VCE is definitely a good model for how life works, in that you get out what you put in.
It applies to everything in life, really. It really is a life lesson.
I don't think it's so hard where you have to sacrifice all aspects of your life.
You might be bogged down in all the study, but at the same time, you've also got to take time to just enjoy yourself.
Every lunchtime I would go to play table tennis or badminton in the gym with my friends, just to wind down and take my mind off my studies.
There were times where I really needed to just take a break and I just needed to, let off some steam.
We were all doing something else. We were doing music or, getting involved in the house in some way. So there was always something else that we were doing as well.
I was in different orchestras in a string quartet, because just focusing on studies would drive me insane, I think.
There's a lot more to school than just going there and studying and stuff. I think probably one of the most important things about school is the friends you make there.
I kept myself motivated by surrounding myself with friends and making sure I stay close with my family, because they really supported me.
Having your friends to be with you to make the journey less stressful, I mean that's a big part of my VCE life.
So for me, what I really wanted to do was to be able to look back on my year 12 and be proud of the work that I'd put in. And so that really motivated me to keep going.
I had no idea that I was capable of getting those kinds of grades, and that just, made me so inspired to keep trying.
To know that I could do it, gives me confidence.
I want to be able to look back and say there is nothing more I could have done.
I have time to sleep and relax now.